But as a result of being part of this moment in our nation's history, what I love is connecting with you guys. Because it's this joint effort between our police officers feeling loved and supported, but also understanding that each and every one of you here today who is standing in this boiling hot sun on the black tarmac has a voice, and what you have to say is critically important and necessary. And the reason we're in the situation we're in right now is because we've been told to sit down, shut up, and not say a word. So by being here today, every one of you is taking a stand against that lie, that people don't want to hear what we have to say. Because it's pretty evident, there's hundreds of you here today. You care about our officers, you care about law and order, and you care about people being safe and secure in their own communities. When these Democrats discuss, well, I should lead with the fact that We Back Blue is apolitical. We do not take a stance politically. That's why we, the people, back the blue. We're not talking about any of that other stuff. But when we extend the invitation to Democrats, they do not show up. So that tells us a lot. That said, when the Democrats discuss defunding the police, they're not going to live in the inner cities where the police won't be there to help you when you give a call for help, right? They're living in their gated communities, behind their gates, with their private security. So if they want to go ahead and defund the police, then I say they need to move into inner city Baltimore and discuss that option. A little bit of a different story. So the most important thing that you guys did, you accomplished it. You're here today. So please follow WeBackBlue.com. Keep up with our events. We come to Maryland a lot because Alexander and Tim know how to throw a good party. We're so appreciative that each and every one of you showed up here today for the ride. And I guess y'all know that we're ending it. McAvoy's. I almost said it wrong. Thank you so much. So meet us there afterward. There's going to be live music, maybe a few more speakers. It's going to be a really great time. So thanks so much, Tim. Thanks to every one of you for being here. It's awesome.
Thank you. Give it up for Rebecca, everyone. I'm going to say a few words about how I got started in this, and then we're going to draw the winner of the raffle. I believe it was 2 years ago. I was always a person that voted, but I never really wanted to get into politics. I never did anything like this. But being a local guy, I knew the story about Amy Caprio, and I knew what happened, and it disgusted me. And I wanted to do everything I could to make a difference. And there's a bald eagle. Look at this. I mentioned Amy Caprio's name on a day like today, and a bald eagle flies up. There is a creator. Today's ride is going to be led by this Jeep over here that's memorialized with Amy Caprio. Like a big round of applause for her family loaning us this vehicle and doing this today. We must stand for those that stand for us. If we do not, we will not be a nation much longer. It's people like you that show up to events like this and stand up that make America what it is. I'm gonna draw our raffle in just a second, but I want everybody to know that the route that we are going to take, we're gonna go down here on North Point, we're gonna make a left on Cove, get on 695 South, we're gonna go over the Key Bridge. We're gonna go all the way around to Parkville. There'll be some more officers there meeting us, and we're gonna go to McAvoy's for an after party. We welcome everybody to show up there as well.
See that? Keep your camera.
So, I have a great honor to bring up the person I mentioned earlier before, coming down from New York, I believe. He's also going to kick us off today. Everybody give it up for Mr. Lang.
Thanks for coming, everybody. And most recently, the Pensacola Naval Air Station shooting, where my son was assigned for training. and called me the morning that he was under fire in a building. Unfortunately, he lost 2 of his friends, but he made it out safe.
That wasn't good.
No shit. The false narratives that you see with law enforcement today, everything you see going on, this is nothing more than a political sleight of hand. They need to create a boogeyman up here. You need me to protect you from that boogeyman. The police are out there, they're bad, they're the boogeyman. You need me. What they don't realize is that all that's doing is covering up their own incompetence, their own negligence, their own not handling the real problems we have in the city. Like any other profession, law enforcement is no way perfect. But you're taking 0.01% of incidents and demonizing entire profession. I will put that profession up against any profession there is. Medical malpractice is over 500,000 deaths a year. You don't see them shutting down hospitals and closing down doctors' offices. In 2019, 850,000 police officers nationwide, over 300 million police community contacts, used deadly physical force 999 times. Out of that 999 times, all but 53 were armed with a weapon. Of that 53, in 3/4 of those incidents, the officers attempted to use non-lethal force before resorting to deadly force. So you have a 0.0004% chance of being unarmed and shot by the police. And as anyone here knows, once a police officer gets into a physical conflict with a bad guy, they're armed. There's a weapon involved in that fight, and law enforcement does not have the opportunity or the luxury to lose that fight. Because not only are their lives at risk if they lose that fight, but anyone who witnessed it around them's lives are at risk. So I thank everybody for coming out tonight. Support your law enforcement. There's a conversation that needs to be had in this nation, no doubt. Anyone and all of us can always do better. But we need to start that conversation from a place of fact, not fiction. So again, we're going to get ready to start your motorcycle engines shortly. So get near your bikes. I'm also going to call the raffle ticket. And for those of you who are going to be at the